After a brief farewell, Mom is about to leave. Despite their low expenses, she must find a steady job with a mysterious shadow following her. He was dumbfounded, waving goodbye with Mom. Tauko thought she was hallucinating, but felt dreadfully bored at home. She wiggled on the tatami, then rushed to that eerie book. Suddenly, noise from upstairs made her recall the odd content. The sound of the doorbell nearly fried his brain. It was just the appliance guy coming to settle the bill. But once he left, Tauko suddenly turned into a ball of notes because he was sure something was moving upstairs, but when he went up, he found nothing, just some pudding wrappers on the table. Seeing that made him go haywire, and this pudding was brand new, he definitely hadn't touched it. He decided to take a breather outside, but as he was leaving, the little guy called him. When Tauko saw him, she screamed and bolted, sprinting out of the building. Shocked, Zioxin didn't know what happened. Taozi ran around frantically, trying to ditch those pursuers. She finally reached a shrine, so nervous she lost her flip-flops, but they stuck like glue. Seeing this, Tauko was dumbfounded. Their clumsiness made her grab flip-flops and flee, finally finding peace after chasing. Just then, Mrs. Yang appeared, startling him. She thought Taozu was lost and said the island was small, just walk along the seaside to reach there. Then she took Tauko home to show her grandpa's famous straw porridge, which is supposedly a method of sending love notes to the gods. However, as twilight approached, Tauko said quick hellos and went to the dock to wait for Mom to come home. All the while, she couldn't stop blabbing about today's odd. Once Mom went inside, she stood at the door peeking in. Just then, the office buddy monster returned and, polite as ever, gave her a calf a lick. A tingle ran through her body, and when she looked down, she noticed the shadow swaying sneakily. Right then, Tauko let out a scream that echoed across the island. Mom rushed out, saying, "Something's licking me, but I don't see anything. Look, there's nothing there." Mom kept insisting, making Tauko question her sanity. But when she turned around, the thing was already gone. That night, Tauko explained to Mom that she was hallucinating. Even if she had mistaken things, the pudding on the table was eaten, that was a fact. Plus, she was sure it wasn't her that ate it. But to Mom, Tauko seemed paranoid. Since they arrived, anyone watching would think her daughter had a Meanwhile, Tauko just wanted to get back to Tokyo, feeling like she couldn't stay here anymore. But Mom sold their Tokyo place, so now they were stuck. The next day, Mom went to work as usual. Tauko woke up, bewildered to be alone again, filled with fear. Only those who have experienced it know. Then, voices came from upstairs. Subtitles. Upon seeing this, Tauko brightened up and quietly left. But outside, she was startled. Ying and her sister invited her to dive. Soon, they arrived at the village dome bridge, ready to jump together. But when it was Tauko's turn, she hesitated, fear holding. After all, her father had drowned at sea, so she had a healthy fear of water. She threw on her clothes and left, but hesitated at the front door. Suddenly, it started to pour, forcing her back to the shrine for cover. She ended up hiding from the rain under a small pavilion and thought she might be hearing things. She turned to the side and was shocked to see two shadows. Just then, lightning flashed, revealing their true forms, but they seemed totally indifferent to Tauko. They munched on ripe oranges when they noticed Tauko staring. Just then, a little creature in a raincoat dashed over and deftly leaped onto Tauko's leg. Subtitles. It even enthusiastically greeted her with, "Hey, I reckon little Tau can actually see us." What do we do now? Tauko, still in shock, dashed over to the scholar's courtyard. The scholar was complaining about his orange grove being wrecked, but what he didn't expect was that unripe oranges were being raided by wild boars. They all headed to the living room, but Tauko was captivated by a mural on the wall, causing the scholar to launch into a storm. It turns out they were once heavenly deities, but because they had misbehaved a lot, they transformed into monsters. Rather than looking scary, I would say they look quite interesting. This was all second-hand from the scholar's dad, and just when Tauko wanted to spill what she saw, she got cut off. He said it was best not to let others know about such things, or they'd bring misfortune upon themselves. Tauko zipped it up. From the scholar, she learned that her father had seen these monsters too, but nobody believed him, so they all thought he had a few screws loose. This was a story her dad had told her before, and as for whether it was true, who knows? One way to deal with him was to act tough and fierce. So when she arrived home, she tried it out simply but quickly gave up. Meanwhile, they showed up outside Tauco's, asking, "Why isn't Dadu going with Yugo?" "He's talking to you." "Because I missed the ferry," he said. That night, Tauco kept praying to the heavens, "Please don't let them bother me." Even though she was scared, it didn't affect her sleep. But when she woke up the next day, she was completely dumbfounded. Her mom was off today but absent. After seeing the Nuh, she felt despondent. Actually, Mom went gardening with Grandma. That meant she'd be home alone again. While Tauco was napping, the three of them showed up right in front of her. Since she could see them, the three agreed to negotiate, but somehow, whenever they appeared together, one or two troublemakers always tagged along. Sure enough, Dada's attention zeroed in on the rice balls, making a noise that jolted Tauco awake. Tauco had been waiting for them, so when Ayn got ready to scram, she realized she was supposed to negotiate.